So, Kev, it was a tough result to take on Tuesday night with the goal as well, the winning goal coming in the 90th minute. But in some ways, is it quite nice to be able to put that behind you quickly and look ahead to Solihull on Saturday?
Yeah, we said the same after Saturday, but disappointing, obviously, to go so far and the fans to travel a long way and, to get back to 1-1 second half and again in the ascendancy, similar to where we were at Barnet. So to lose it is bitterly disappointing. But as you say, you can't dwell on it. You've got to put it past you. We went through it again today, the game, but now we look towards Solihull, as you say.
Yeah, and in the same way that you wouldn't get too high after a couple of wins, you have to sort of try and remain level-headed, obviously after the two defeats.
Yeah, of course. I think it's nothing. None of us wanted to lose games. That's first and foremost. But we've got to put it to bed and we've got to focus on what's in front of us. And that's going to a tough game again Saturday.
Any side that loses sort of 3/4 of its spine down the middle of the team is probably going to struggle a little bit. How much has that impacted things for you?
Yeah, without a doubt. I know people don't want to hear it because it's only results-based business. But listen, it's a fact. We lost 6 players within a week of what's happened, and of course it affects us. I see a stat: we made the least subs in the league, so that tells another story. But I'm not just going to make excuses, but they're facts. And yeah, of course it does. The spine of your team who've all played over 100 games for us and knew the job and knew exactly what was needed from each position. It's going to affect you. But at the same time, we've been in every game, led in a lot of the games that haven't gone our way. And we've got to tighten up on things. Everyone coming into the team has got to step up. And we've got to perform, we've got to get results.
Yeah. Did you feel like there is quite sort of fine margins at the minute that are just sort of going from taking a point or towards a defeat and a win that ends up being a draw? Is it those fine margins sometimes?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at Sutton, without the thing just before half time, you go in the lead into that game and, you'd like to hopefully go on and build it rather than there's moments in games that are going against us at the minute. And we've got to be better than to let that affect us. But we've also got to, take away them unlucky moments and make the moments count for us. I think that's important that you keep knowing that if you're doing the right things, do the right things, but we've got to look at things that we've got to improve also as well.
And how are the players, have they reacted today in training, for example?
No, good. Yeah, as they always are. I think, footballers, once you get out on the training ground and you work, that's the best place to be. All the other stuff around it becomes harder. But the players, good as gold, and everyone around the place has been, put it to bed, they get out, they love going on the training pitch, and that's the main thing.
Although Gus would probably much rather be sort of celebrating 3 points, he's got that goal again on Tuesday, which is extended his brilliant run of form. He's now the second highest goal scorer in the league, which for a right wing back is some going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and he's such a vein of form at the minute in terms of being in the right area. So huge credit to him. He's plays with a smile on his face, he's energetic, and he's done brilliant for us. And popping up in the right places, and the quality of his finishes has been good.
And Saturday a trip to Solihull. It goes without saying that a win would do a lot for everything, wouldn't it, for you and the players?
Yeah, for the club. Yeah, we stick together when we've had a few tough times before. We're in a little bit of a difficult period in terms of. But it's just over a week ago, and we played at home against Eastleigh and had our best performance in a long time. So football's fine margins, and we've got to keep working hard. Keep doing the basics right. And have the confidence to play how we feel like we can play.
Cheers, thank you.
It's been a tough couple of results for you, Kevin, but what have been the main positives that you can take away from those 2 matches?
Yeah, I think it's difficult because it's a results business, of course. I think you can tell the confidence when you lose games, obviously it hurts. But the squad's short, of course. But, you see what Gus is doing. We've got George Moncur getting through 90 minutes. Macaulay got through his first 90 since January. So that's a positive, and he'll get stronger. The injuries are a week closer. So that'll come. Listen, we've been in all the games. We were leading against Southend, as I say. We got back to level, and we looked like we're going to go and try and win the game. I think the changes suggested that we tried to win it, but there's moments gone wrong, and we've got to turn them in our favour.
You had your 2 strikers on together at the end on Tuesday night against filed. Did you like what you saw from those two playing together?
Yeah, listen, we've always tended to play with two. Bridgie played as a striker, so that's, even though he played up there, he still played as a striker. So we've played there, and as you say, there are two strikers at the minute. We'll have a look at what's the best way to go Saturday and decide from there.
It can be quite disheartening when, as a player and as a coach, when you're playing well but the results aren't going your way. What's the general mood and the atmosphere amongst the players?
Yeah, no, listen, they're positive. Listen, any time you lose, no one's happy, and rightly so. But when they come into train, you quickly get that out of your system. We go through the game and review it. But our focus has got to be on Saturday, and that's, we're quite resilient in that terms. Want to win more football matches, that goes without saying.
And I've seen quite a few comments from fans who are actually still quite positive and very supportive of yourself in particular. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, listen, grateful. They've always been supportive. It's been that way since I've come back. Listen, not everyone's going to be happy. We're losing game, I get that. But we stick together as we always have done. Since the takeover's come, there's been a lot of change around the football club. You're not going to flick a switch overnight and all of a sudden win every game. We're disappointed to lose the ones we have. There's so much work going on behind the scenes, as we keep saying. There's still lots to do. And I think you look at our squad right now, it's short. But we will get it right. I'll get it right with the staff and the department. We will get it right, as we've shown before, and I'm sure we'll look to get in the bodies we need to, and we get some injuries back, and we'll get the results again.
Is there any update on getting more bodies through the doors? I don't know, are you held back by availability of players or funds? Or
No, not funds, no. It's not an easy market to work at the minute. That's, we've on the phone constantly. No one wants to lose players at this minute, and teams are settling into their squads, and I think players are probably involved a lot with teams that haven't been. Will it change in a few weeks? Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, we know what we need in.
And you've struggled for away goals, particularly this season. I think just 3 on the road. Is it maybe about getting up the blocks quicker with 2 away games, tough away games coming up?
Listen, I don't care if we get out quicker or late, as long as we get results. Nothing to do with timings or anything. If you told me we concede first but win the game, I'll take that. So that's irrespective of whether we start quicker, we start slow, win games of football. That's my concern.
That's good.
How's Josh Walker progressing? I know he's closer than the others, so is he anywhere near being back? Or?
Not yet. Hopefully be able to join in some training next week, which will then push him closer to being involved.